most of my background was in college and professional sports. And that's actually how I ended up here. I grew up in Augusta, Georgia, worked at the Masters when I was a kid, been around golf since I was probably shortly out of diapers. And after working in college athletics for a while, I made a connection with people who worked at the PGA Tour, and that's how I ended up in Ponte Vedra. In 1988, I moved here after graduate school and was the media director for the senior PGA Tour back in the heyday when it was a traveling Hall of Fame with Arnold Palmer and Chichi Rodriguez and those guys that I grew up watching play, so it was a dream job. And I've been in Ponte Vedra ever since. Wouldn't ever want to leave. It's an honor to be here. Sports is my passion. The secondary passion for me is doing something that gives back, and that's how I ended up at K9s For Warriors. You know, when you get older, you need to do something that matters, and what we're doing here matters. You meet these young men and women, and maybe more importantly, their families, spouses, moms or dads, kids, the difference that it makes, that this dog makes, in letting these warriors get out of the house, an opportunity to live a normal life is critical from a practical point of view. On a more emotional level, it's the difference between life and death. And that's what drove Sherry, not just helping her son who came home broken, but in her research she found that there are more than 20 veterans a day who take their own lives. And Sherry found that unacceptable, and she's going to do something about it. And we all believe in that. And it's about saving lives and saving dogs and finding that perfect fit between the two. When I first moved here, it was still relatively unknown, kind of a secret, we used to like to say. That didn't last very long. You know, in all honesty, I think the PGA Tour locating here is what drove a lot of the growth. Ponte Vedra Beach became a household word in association with golf. But from a family perspective, it was a perfect place to raise kids. My kids got great education in St. Johns County schools. Both of them were successful enough to get some financial aid in college because of their background in school. And it's a fabulous place to raise a family. You know, when I was a kid, going to the beach was maybe once a year if we're lucky. Here, every weekend we're at the beach or playing golf or doing something outside, and it's just a really great place to raise kids. I've said all along, you know, my kids could hop on a bike or walk to all their friends' houses growing up, and we're almost spoiled in that regard. And it's still, you know, it's grown a lot, obviously, but it's still got that kind of small town vibe that I think is pretty special.